Hey, how's it going? Mrparka to review a new one from Sub Rosa Films. I believe this comes out next Tuesday, or it might have been this upcoming Tuesday. It is Jacko Slasher. I love that cover art. It's very cool. It's cartoon drawn and stuff, and the pumpkin face and everything like that. I'm a sucker for pumpkins. I'm a sucker for Halloween. And saying that, I thought this film was okay. I wasn't a huge fan of it. Basically, what happens here is it kind of has a House of a Thousand Corpses vibe. You know, the murder ride in the beginning. Even has like a female clown that's kind of doing a Spalding vibe.
I hear the Satan train a-coming to take y'all down to hell. You still want to come in?
But anyways, what happens here is this group of people go to this haunted amusement park, and there's a demon resurrected to help the satanic cult get enough souls so they can resurrect Satan on Halloween. And what happens is they get picked off through the Halloween, like, you know, corn maze and haunted house. And they were pretty smart about doing this because they have a really great haunted house. I imagine it's an amazing haunted house to go through. And they used it to their advantage, obviously having the props sitting around and all the actors already there, and a lot of them hamming it up and having fun with the roles. And they do a pretty good job. You know, some of the actors in the background, extras and stuff like that. But, you know, it's really, like, badly edited, I believe. I think that some better editing could have really helped the film. I just mean some scenes just seem to happen out of context, and some of the kills, it is a horror comedy, but some of the kills are just ludicrous. Like some lady gets killed with a pumpkin gutter, they gut pumpkins or something like that, and it's plastic and they just get hit in the face and like, eh. And it's like, that's so stupid, but it is supposed to be funny, but I'm just like, at least make it metal. That's all I had to say, but you know, things like that, just really cheesy, corny deaths a lot of the times, people getting killed by pumpkins, stabbed in their eyes, and silly things like that, nonsensical stuff. And like I said, the editing wasn't that great. There's tons of pumpkins in here, and a lot of good Halloween shots, which I really like. They knew that they had to shoot during fall, and it shows, and they have some really good shots, cemeteries, and good fall foliage, I guess you'd say. And like I said, there's more pumpkins in here than you can shake a stick at. The killer is just a guy with a pumpkin head type deal, and I kind of like the killer too as well, but I'm not a big fan of the soundtrack either. Some of it's kind of like some Rob Zombie-esque stuff that's kind of cool, but other stuff is just straight up metal, really loud, and it doesn't seem really appropriate when you just have like all of a sudden somebody's walking, and then suddenly they just get snatched by the killer, and it's like, and all this like hardcore metal comes on, and then the death scene's like a slow motion getting killed. I'm not a fan of that. I've never been a fan of that, and I probably never will be a fan of that. I just don't. I mean, it's not that the music's bad, I just don't think it fits the situation at points. It's just not something I'm into. And I mean, sometimes it's appropriate, most of the time it's not. But I think that film suffers from that, and the editing.
A wolf souls is dancing in the moonlight tonight,
awaiting the coming of the dark damnation.
Is that so? I like it. It sounds sloppy. You gonna suck my cock or what? Yeah? Alright, do it. Oh, I'm ready for my oral pleasurecation. That's a cock joke. Yeah. Oh.
He's here. Your trip to the grave will be eternal salvation.
I don't know what that means, but this blowjob's awesome. Oh!
The same agenda, the same foretold, passed down by the dragon before.
But as more things, it also has a lot going on, a lot of characters, and not many are established. James Balsamo's in it, and he's a director, and he plays kind of like an Artie Lang, chauvinist pig trying to get laid throughout the entire haunted house, and he has some funny lines. There's some stupid gags in here that are funny, some funny, perverted, just sexual, lowbrow humor that's okay. There's a lot of killing, tons of killing. Unfortunately, most of the characters are, you know, just cardboard cutouts and in it for a few seconds and things like that. Sometimes new people just wander in, and you're like, who's that guy? And he's just dead. It's just a kill count thing. And, you know, the satanic cult pretty much becomes the lead actors towards the end of the film. But all in all, you know, if you're looking for a really cheesy horror comedy slasher that takes place in a haunted house, and you might like this. Like I said, I wasn't a huge fan of it. I did appreciate that it was obviously that they used the haunted house to pretty much well, and they were smart about using it and things like that. I think that the editing, like I said, and the soundtrack choices weren't that great, but it was somewhat fun, and I think that with just a little tweaks here and there, this movie could have been really good. I mean, actually, but you know, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of it. I think that James Balsamo was pretty funny in it, actually, and his death scene is actually pretty good, and that's one of, you know, the pretty, like, you know, it's horror comedy when he's complaining about he's getting disemboweled, spoiler semi, and he's like, hey, how many gusts do I got? It's like, oh, I'm not dead yet. They had fun with it, obviously, and it shows, but sounds like it's up your alley. Check it out. It is Jack O. Slasher. Have a good one.
Fuck you! You fucking asshole! Oh my god! Oh man! Oh! Why won't I die already? Fuck! Oh! Fuck you! Oh! Fuck! Oh Jesus, I need those to live! Oh! Oh god! Oh, I'm dying! You fuck! Oh! Oh! That kind of looks good like sausage. Oh! Fuck you and your ugly fucking cock! Oh! Oh! Is that all of them? Fuck!